So there's this word called fat phobia, and fat phobia itself is a made up word by obese people who want others out there to believe that they're the victims of problems that they have caused themselves. And to be honest with you, it is just getting too stupid at this moment, it's getting like ridiculous because I've lost about 10 kilograms recently, and honestly, I rather take responsibility of my own problems than be like people out there who are unable to change. And these people out there who are morbidly obese, who has all these health issues but never change in their entire lives, who wants others out there to believe that the whole world is at fault for their own problems. It doesn't make any sense at all, like let me say something over here, you are morbidly obese and you basically have eaten a lot of junk food, okay, you are eating a lot of junk food, you are inactive, you don't take care of your health, you don't take responsibility of your own problems, but all you do is blame others for problems that isn't their fault. You blame issues like airline seats, for example, because of your size. You blame others out there for choices that you made on yourself. And that's the problem with you people. You pretend to be the victim over and over again because of this victim mentality that you are relying on. This is the reason why people like you are hated. You pretend to be the victim over and over again on issues you cause yourself that can be easily fixable. This is the reason why others out there cannot take you seriously. Okay? When you have obese people out there who will never change, who wants to blame others for problems that isn't their fault, it's getting out of hand. And to be honest with you, I have been taking care of my health recently, and I'm glad I've been taking care of myself recently because I wanted to feel good for myself, and I feel better. I felt so better. I felt so much better from the weight loss I've done for myself. I feel so much amazing because I get to have the energy back again like I have years ago, and it's great. Like I lost the weight and I feel good. Like making a choice for myself, so it's good, by the way. But when it comes to obese people out there who is part of fat acceptance and who's part of body positivity and all that kind of stuff that they are part of and are creating like these kinds of things where the whole world is at fault and you are not the problem kind of mentality, it is getting out of hand. It's getting ridiculous at the moment. Obese people who will never change, who will never be able to admit that what they're doing is wrong. These people are unbelievable. Like, these people are delusional, okay? You have obese people complain, whining over and over again about issues that they can fix themselves, but they're not going to do it. When someone is doing so well, an obese person will complain and whine and say that that person lost weight. Oh, it's because it's ugly that the way I look and stuff like that. The reason why someone lost the weight is because they hate the way they look themselves in the mirror, and when they made a choice to like look better in the mirror, this is the reason why people out there want to look better for themselves. But when it comes to you and your mentality, for example, who wants to blame others out there for the way they're changing their body and you do nothing for yourself, I just cannot understand that. Stop blaming people for issues out there that you can fix for yourself. Take care of your health. Start exercising. Start taking accountability. Alright? And stop blaming people for problems that you caused on yourself. Okay? There's people like that, like Stephen Asante, there's people like that, like Shantae, and other people out there who are obese women out there, obese men out there who never admit responsibility. Like J-Bay, for example, Tess Holiday, Virgie Tova, and all these delusional people out there who pretend to be the victim for issues that they got themselves in. This needs to go away. Fat phobia is not a word. Okay, it's not an actual word. It is a made-up thing to protect the identity of someone that they got themselves in a mess that they can fix, so they can find acceptance in a cult where people can be forced not to leave. When someone's losing weight, they're forced to leave the kind of like movement, which is no steps at all, no actual kind of mileage, there's no movement at all. It's not an actual movement because you're barely even walking, by the way, so what's the point? But still, facts of itself, they're delusional, they are out of their mind, they don't know what they're talking about, they are mental, alright? But when it comes to people out there who are being truthfully honest with their weight and where they're looking and stuff, that's the kind of thing. But still, stop blaming people for problems that you can fix for yourself and start taking accountability. Okay? Simple as that.